this week's episode, we're seeing red.
Hi everyone, welcome back to drybonesgarage. This video is part of a series where me and my dad take a 63 Corvair and the G-Body Cutlass frame and combine them together to create a hot rod. In this episode, we are going to be working specifically with priming and painting the engine compartment, as well as we are going to be working with the steering column a little bit. So I hope you enjoy that, and I will see you at the end of the video. I'm not really sure what I'm doing, but as far as I know, we're going to be preparing this for paint. So my thought is I'm going to try to scuff it, and if I'm doing something wrong, then I'll have Dad correct me. So, yeah.
Okay, so we've decided we're going to go patina on the outside. How fancy do you want to get in here? Are we just going to clean this up and blow some paint at it?
Yeah.
Because this needs some seam seal. I don't know about inside. If you want to grab that seam sealer and a brush, kind of start dressing that. I think what we'll do is we'll just kind of knock down the high stuff if we're not going to get fancy about this. Get us some decent adhesion, and then we'll just blow the paint in. Okay? Or do you want to get fancier now? Okay, this one's done. One of these are finished. Why do we even have these in? I guess we'll do it by hand.
Yeah.
Boy, I do like that. It takes a lot longer by hand.
Those beaks are so
Like you little dirt. I really wonder if we shouldn't put a little bit of mud on these seams at least.
You think we should?
I don't know. Problem is we start grinding them out on the metal, you know, in those corners there where everything is so freaking delicate and crunchy. And we start grinding in there, we're going to end up eating away at it, just like we did here. We start cutting out all the rot, then we're getting in way deeper than we ever wanted to on this thing.
Yeah.
But you don't want to let it just go ugly either.
What's the mission creep? You keep saying that.
You start out with this goal, and then incrementally, you know, that bar that you set, that initial intention, starts moving farther up or farther out, and getting more expansive as you go.
Here I'm sealing off the pedal box reliefs.
This stuff has been laying around for probably 15 years, so it's going to take a while to get this mixed up. I think it'll still work.
Are you gonna mix this with something else?
Well, wait a minute. What do you mean by that?
I thought you were talking about like mixing something with it, or...
Well, there's a reducer that goes in here. This is too Oh, yeah. That ain't supposed to happen.
What in the world is that?
It's supposed to be hardener. This stuff is going to be hot. It's going to harden up quick.
Oh, I thought you meant it was like hot as heat.
Well, it'll get hot too. This is a lot more aggressive than I wanted it to be, so we're going to have to move fast with this, which is going to mean sloppy. Not what I wanted.
What are you doing with it?
I'm just going to drag this across the fenders. So that's all we've got. These welds really look rough, and I'm not happy with them.
I do recall those being pretty hard to do.
Oh, this one was a cuss.
Does our garage now smell like body shop?
It's starting to smell more like what I remember growing up.
And Grandpa's?
It's already setting up. Holy crap, that was way more hardener. Wasn't expecting it to come out like liquid though. It's supposed to come out like cream. This is not the way it's supposed to be done. On the next batch I'll try and get it mixed right so we can actually show you how to do this You don't want huge caking layers. You know, this is just supposed to be something to clean up the boo-boos. That said, we're going to use it to clean up some ugly right now. Just because. Mission creep, what can I say? Generally speaking, I put a little bit more in there, about half again as much, but I want time to work this material.
What happens if you put it in without the blue stuff?
It may, well, it might harden up, but it'll take forever and a day to actually harden up.
Does the weird smell come from the blue or the white stuff, or both together?
I want this to actually set up slow, so mixing it just enough to catalyze it.
Yeah.
But it's going to take a while to catalyze. This should, in theory, just be a skim to kind of smooth out what we did. Now, do you want to, on these, or do you want to just fly with it? Screw it. I made enough.
Still won't get right there. The little nip.
There?
No. Down. There it goes. While I sanded the engine cabin, Dad worked on the steering column. He's been working on it off camera for a while now.
There it is, kiddo. What do you think?
It's cool.
I think, if I got this figured right, it's going to come just about dead center of the dash. Now I can't put it in there with the clamps holding it, but that's actually going to put the center of that steering column closer to center of the dash, not so much your instrument. Yeah, I guess it centers on the instrument cluster too, but this used to be kind of centered on the speedo. Now it's kind of centered, you know, properly centered. I just need to close that up, collar it, weld it together, and yeah, I think I like that angle too. It's much better than it was.
Your Dad started welding the Corvair outer column to the G-body column at the firewall interface, although he did get interrupted quite a bit.
This is gonna get old really quick. This is getting old. Really?
How's it going? Electricity keeps coming off. Hey Dad, can you say what you've done with the steering column so far?
Well, we figured out pretty much the angle we needed it to be at, right?
Right.
So we got that thing set roughly at the correct angle, and I drilled and tapped, or welded it together, then drilled and tapped it to accommodate the factory switch. It isn't the prettiest thing in the world, but in order to get our angles right and everything laying the way we wanted it, I had to make an irregular, I guess you would call it, collar. Just kind of cut it, bang the tabs in, welded it back together again, put a little putty on it because you're going to be able to see it. And yeah, now we're just trying to figure out our lengths, get those figured out, estimated, and make some more cuts. And then we'll have to make sure everything's aligned square true and start welding pieces together. But I think we're going to have a hybrid column here pretty soon. I'm pretty happy. I wonder if we can take the column out from the top. If we can do that, that'll make life a lot easier. But I got to do some homework on that before we even think about that. They're around.
What'd you say?
So we've decided to go patina rod on the outside of this thing, right? We're just going to leave it alone.
Yeah.
Okay. What about inside the car? We're going to have to put seats in it. We're going to probably have to upholster them to get them to match if we're going to keep the red interior, right? Okay, next question. That column and the dash and all the interior pieces, are we going to want to try and freshen those to, you know, paint that stuff up to make it look fresh and new to accommodate whatever upholstery we put in that car?
Sure.
Okay. All right. Decisions are made then. Oops. Let's just finish that corner up with the tape and the paper. It's tape in there. Just follow that arc. The paper goes, the tape goes.
Thank you.
That should be enough to keep it off. Careful. Alright, let's blow everything down. Give it a quick wipe with mineral spirits. I'll start mixing up some primer for you.
So shiny, but overall it looks kind of cool. It pops.
I'll do it. Everybody's gonna know something's been done.
Yeah. Before we painted this, Dad gave me the option of choosing between red and black, but I decided to choose red. Go big or go home. This is my thought.
Oh my gosh.
Well, that's about it. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, then please give us a like, and if you really enjoyed it and you want to see more of what we're doing, please make sure to subscribe. And other than that, I hope you all have a beautiful day this lovely autumn. I think it's autumn, I'm not sure. And I will see you in the next episode. Bye!